Hi, community. Today we're going to be talking about building wealth, how to become wealthy. And it's not because the wealthy have not made any mistakes. Here's something I want to tell you a little bit of a story about me. I make mistakes. Hard to believe, I know. No, I'm kidding. I struggle with this probably more than anything. The way that I've been raised, the way that my culture has talked to me, my self-talk, everything about it has pointed toward the goal of perfection. So I am a struggling, recovering perfectionist. I feel like I have to be perfect. If I make a mistake, I bear that guilt. I bear that shame. I bear that burden of not being perfect. I don't know where this comes from. It's just in there. I have to battle it every single day. So I make mistakes. That's not a surprise to you because you make mistakes as well. But you might have the same attack internally that I do of you're shaming yourself, you're guilting yourself because you're not perfect, because you make mistakes. I've got news for you. When it comes to finances, when it comes to being wealthy, the wealthy people didn't get wealthy because they're perfect. They're just like you, they're just like me. They've made mistakes. That's the only way they could get wealthy. They tried things, it didn't work. They tried something else, that worked. They tried something else, oh, that worked. They tried something else, that didn't work. They made all these mistakes and they just course corrected. I call it course correcting. Picture if you're on the freeway or if you're in anything with borders, lanes, bowling alley that you have those guardrails. It's supposed to be for kids, but some of us adults use it too. Those guide rails, if you go off course and you hit those rails, you course correct back into the lane, back into where you're supposed to go, and you keep moving forward. That's a mistake. We have to be able to view it, and I'm talking to myself just as much, if not more, than any of you. We have to convince ourselves, train ourselves to remember that mistakes are the only way that we can move forward. We can't move forward if we're stuck in this guilt and this shame of I have to be perfect. Because I've learned this over and over and over, and I tell myself, it's okay. We all make mistakes. We all make mistakes. It's okay. But every time I make a mistake, I trash myself again for making that mistake. We have to learn that making mistakes is just course correcting. You hit those borders, that's a mistake. Don't bash yourself, don't guilt yourself, don't shame yourself, don't condemn yourself. Just say, oh, that's a course correction. We just need to get right back on track. That's okay. Every cliche in the book, right? Get back up on that horse. You fall, you get back up again, you wipe yourself off, you do it. It's because it's true. It's true. When we make a mistake, we just have to get back up again. And that's easier said than done. Believe me, I know. I deal with this every day, all day long. I have to keep training myself that mistakes happen. It's okay. It's not a big deal. It can be a big deal if we make it or if we let it be a big deal. But we have to be able to be okay with ourselves and give ourselves that grace. Especially if you're a nice person, you tend to give grace for somebody else, right? I'm on with my coach just this week talking about grace because I give grace to everybody else when they wrong me. But for some reason, I have a different category in my head and I don't give myself that grace. So we have to learn to give ourselves grace. Learn that mistakes are okay. It's just course correction. Don't make it a bigger deal than it is. If you make a mistake and you hurt somebody, apologize for it, but course correct. Get right back on it. It's the same thing with money. If you want to build wealth, if you want to move forward, if you want to take that step up, 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 moving forward, you're going to make the mistakes because I guarantee you, if you don't make mistakes with money, that means you're not going to move forward. So let's make those mistakes together and keep moving forward. But we won't move forward if we hamper ourselves with that guilt and that shame and that condemnation of I made a mistake, I shouldn't try anything anymore. It's going to stall out your wealth building process if you can't reframe your mistakes into course corrections. So that's the tip for today is learn that mistakes can just be course corrected and you'll have to move forward that way. If not, you will stall out and you will never be able to build wealth. All right? Have a great day.